Hello. I've got a week off, so I've decided I'm gonna make some videos. Now, in my last video, I said to everybody, I've got some figures on my desk here, and I wonder which one you'd like me to review. And as it happens, bloody everybody said, I want that one. So I'm going to do all of them, and I'm going to mention the people that wanted specific ones. And I think I'm going to do the one that I'm going to least enjoy first, cause I think it's bloody awful. But the person who said they wanted it said it's bloody awful as well. So, Exilian XLR, I hope you've enjoyed me murdering the shit out of your native tongue. SMSno1's. Revenge at Fallen Smokescreen. Now, it was Exilian that said, Dave, I'd like you to do Revenge of the Fallen Smokescreen, if only to authenticate that everybody on the face of this planet of ours hates the ROTF Smokescreen or Jazz mould. And I would like to confirm that yes, it is a mightily shit mould. And when you consider that I think the Universe 2.0 Sideswipe mould was out before the Jazz mould, I think. That's just infinitely better than what this is, because this is awful. Let's have a quick look around the car. So on the back you've got that. What's that? I'm sure if you look up the Solstice, catalogue in America, it doesn't come with a hulking, steaming piece of shit on the back. And what it is if you rub it, no, rub it some more, it'll get an erection. And it's not even automated in any way. There's no lever which you pull or anything like that. You just sort of push it in and pull it out, and push it in and pull it out. Poor. Putting that to one side. As for the Smokescreen is a repaint of 2007 movie Jazz. This never quite sits in properly, no matter how much you sit and finagle it and push the back end of it round to try and mould it all in together. This junction on the top here that holds on the back end is just, it's quite poor. I quite like, see, I don't like the Solstice car, and I think that's where some of the initial problem comes from, in that obviously the Americans have got some very different ideas of what's hot and what's not in the car market, and I would say if you were to bring out this in the UK, it would not be hot. You got horrible blue painted colour lights at the front here, no translucence at all. That's the first piece of poo. The mesh on the front grille here is quite nice. The wheels, very disappointing at all. No dry brushing, no details. Just black moulded poop with just straight across tyre treads on. I mean, Matchbox did better than that in the 60s. It's just underneath, alright, yeah, it's kibble-tastic, but from the top you wouldn't really know. We all know what my opinion of that is, in that if it's underneath, then you sit it like that. Jobbed. It's just, let's go for the let's do the transformation and turn it into a poopy robot, shall we? So what you do is you take the back tail fin, you lift that up and separate the legs. So pull that down like that, and push that up, and you've just wangled most of the robot section apart, okay? So you pull that down, there's a lever there, okay, and there's a hinge, so you just pull that onto that whole peg, push them together, it all snaps, pull the legs down like that, and then you've pretty much got the bottom half of said robot ready, okay? So what you do is you turn that there, you pull the feeties down because the feet are in there, and then underneath inside here is a separate little hook where the heel spurs are, so we'll do that there, do that, do that, do that, and you've got robot feet. So now you've got half a car and half a robot. Now, this bit's quite clever, yet a load of old pony at the same time. Okay, you take the wheels, okay, and you can see that the bonnet is sort of flapping up there. So you flap that up and just sort of pull it all out. So mechanically, the way they've done it is quite clever in my opinion. But then it all starts to fall down, okay? So what you do is take these bits, the quarter panels, pull that, yeah, and pull that, which envelops the wheel, because you can see that that curve there is the sort of similar shape to the wheel itself. So we'll do that on there as well. Pull that, okay? Then you lift that up to get your arm shape, and you just sort of pull it straight like that. But then this is where it all goes wrong, because so far that is an ingenious little piece of engineering. We quite like that. But then you fill these hands up, and the jazz hands. It's just poor. Look at that, and then you fold this together, put that underneath, and you just sort of got to wangle it and roll it round so it makes sort of an arm shape. Like that. And there you go. Jazz's arms. Like that. Now, I hate it. It's just diabolical. And this, the gun, does clip on, but if you want the gun to clip on, you've got to... Where does it clip? Oh, it's got a peg there. Woo! So you take the peg and you take the hole and you just peg it into the hole that's left underneath the arm. So we'll do it like that for argument's sake, just because he can do that. But it's pretty diabolical. In fact, no. I hate it so much we're going to leave it alone. Just pretend that gun thing never existed. Then with the top end, flap those two bits together, and then when you pull the top back, it gives you head. Head! That's it. That's Smokescreen. Smoke stroke jazz. It bothers me. It really bothers me because let's sort of get him so he's going to stand a bit better and lean him forward slightly and get the feet working. So there we've got Jazz, who probably wants to stand up a little bit straighter. So there we got Jazz Mataz in the house, in the place to be. Okay, one thing he does have is some glorious light piping. Oh shit. Look, he's got the great big blue eyes like Maximilian from the black hole, except that he is not red and doesn't want to kill people because he's an Autobot, not a Decepticon. But when you take that and you compare it to I'm just moving, that with its infinite posability and ultimate, just the joints are good, some places are double joint, and you take that, which was pre that, it makes that look like a bag of old pony. So, Mr. XLN XLR Brad, yes, I absolutely despise this figure. However, when it comes to fleshing out your collection, he cost me £4. I think it was £4.99 from Tesco's, which I think fantastic. Big up yourself, Selector. Revenge of the Fallen Smokescreen. Shite. More light from over there. I don't have one. I wonder if I can find one. I'm going to have to buy a lamp this week. Right,